So now that we've booleaned this underside, we have a bit of cleanup work to do here, like we did with the top piece. And so the first thing we're going to do, we can go up to Window, Rendering Editors, and Hypershade. And let's go ahead and assign, just middle mouse drag, the blend 2. And we can rename these if we want. So we can call this underside. Number 2, we can call top clear, and then the red you can call inner volume. And let's go ahead and erase the delete the history on everything. Edit delete by type. History we can do edit all by type, delete all by type, history. Okay, so let's go ahead and isolate this guy and start to clean this up a bit. We can actually keep these the top ones on, and we're just gonna keep it as the template. And then the interstitial one as well, we can just do that as a reference so we can at least see these the geometries together. So, and actually, let's make these all, let's display these all at 3. That way, once we start editing, we'll have a better idea of what the smooth mesh preview looks like. So I'm going to go in and start going back to my vertex selection, and I'm going to start merging a lot of these. And here in this instance, we don't really care about that specifically, so we can just hit G to repeat the last command, those two. And we'll have to fix some of these triangles, of course. Move that over. And so here we want to basically, if we do the delete edge vertex here, we'll get rid of that edge, and then we'll move this vertex over and merge it. So that one's fine. Here we have a 5-sided, which we don't want, of course. So let's just go ahead and split polygon tool. Hold shift and right click for split polygon tool. We'll start getting that edge in. Hit 3 to get a sense of where we are, and let's make sure we keep deleting the history. So here we have a 4 and a 3 side. We're gonna probably end up rerouting this face anyway. This edge, I mean, sorry. So let's go up and start working with some of these up here. So if we hit 3, we see this this weird pinch here. So let's just move this one over. Actually, instead of moving it over, let's go ahead and just select both of those and merge to center. In this instance, we don't really want to start moving this side too much because we're going to start misshaping this. So let's grab this top vertex and just move that over to that side. And here we have a 5-sided that we're going to fix. And we'll insert an edge here with a split polygon tool. For now, just keep it a triangle. Let's go up to this area. And I'm going to grab this edge here, actually. We're just going to merge these, both of these vertices here. Merge to center. And then we're going to do the same for those. So we have 4 sides there, 4, 4. Great. Now here. Those 3, we're just going to actually merge all those together and then grab that vertex, snap it up to the other one, merge. Same thing here. Merge to center. And we're just going to delete this freestanding one. One thing I wanted to bring up, a very useful tool while modeling. If we go up to display under polygons and display the vertices, that's going to always, they're not active, but it's always going to be displaying the vertices. So that's really good when you're doing this type of cleanup work, because sometimes you might have rogue vertices that are just floating around, and this is really going to help you identify where they are. So I always keep those on. Here we have kind of a interesting mess here, and we'll come back to this part. So let's go ahead and continue along here. We have those two. We're going to merge those to the center. Same techniques as before, and we're using this as a way to start kind of cleaning up this geometry, because we don't want to continue working with this and run into issues later. So here we're going to insert an edge here. This weird little kink, if we want to get rid of that, we can. We can just grab this vertex and just move it over, hold V for the vertex snap. Once again, merge to center. And always kind of checking 3, hitting 3 to see what our preview starts to look like, and if we're getting the type of effect that we were looking for. So it's starting to clean up pretty nicely. And so let's go to that spot that has all these floaters right here. So a couple of different things we can do here. If we want to maintain that edge there, we can select the other ones and merge those, and then stitch an edge out of that position. And we just make a triangle for now. Then here we can take this edge, this vertex, move it over, merge that one. We can delete this edge altogether, delete edge vertex. Same thing here. So now we have that 4 sides there, and we can nix that one. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to grab this and snap it over. But remember, there's 2 very close ones there. So if we select those, we can see we have the 2 up. Merge to center, and then we're going to grab this one and go to the Move Tool settings, double click, and select normal average. And I'm just going to pull it up a bit along the normal, so that way we can have a little bit more clearance there. I'm going to make sure that I set that back to world. And then here we have quite a bit of floating connections here, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of most of those, if not all of them. We're going to bring this one over, and we're going to merge that one. And then we have a kind of a weird kink here, which we don't really need or want. So in this case, we can actually just fan that out. We can get rid of this edge altogether. And we have this edge is still going to hold this position here. So we can go ahead and delete this one for now, and just grab that vertex and move it out a bit. And then we need to do something with this one. So I'm going to move this over. And now that we have those 4 sides, I'm going to just merge those to center. And then we still have this weird little kink here. So I'm going to actually delete this one and this one just all together. And you can see that kind of cleaned that up pretty nicely there. And so now we need to just route this over with the split polygon tool. So now we got the 4 and 4. And so that's coming along pretty nicely now. I'm going to delete the history again. Always remember, if we don't need the history, there's no reason to keep it around. It's just going to slow the file down. Same thing here. So here we have a couple of different options. We can grab this one and snap it over, select both of them with the marquee, merge to center. Oh, sorry. grab too many, merge to center, and then we can get rid of this edge here, as well as this one. And so now we just need to reroute. Insert a couple of edges here, reroute this over. And if we want to keep this one, we can. I don't really see a reason to. Well, we kind of do actually, because of the that would maintain quads here. So that's okay, we can just keep it there. And moving along. We can just go ahead and, if we want to actually make that transition a bit nicer, or if we want to kind of see the bulge there, we can keep it as it is, and we'll just merge this one over here, merge to center, and then we can just get rid of this edge and use a split polygon tool to route a new edge over in this direction. And that's going to make that kind of fan out towards the edge. And then we can go ahead and just complete it here. Hit 3 to preview it. So that's looking pretty nicely, actually. It's coming along pretty nicely. So a little bit of a triangle there, but it's not really a big deal. This one's kind of a strange moment, actually, right here. You can see where the triangles are facing each other, and it's kind of a weird kink once it starts trying to smooth itself out. And so we're just going to let them actually smooth themselves out. We're just going to select both of those and go to merge to center. And you can see now that's much nicer. There's no real kinks. And we could pull this one out a bit too if we'd like, just to fan it out some. And then once again, delete the history, delete by type, history, and it's looking pretty nice, actually. So I think this is a good stopping point here. I'll go ahead and make any other changes that we need to clean up before the next video, but let's go ahead now and start stitching the two top and bottom pieces together, and we'll start looking at how to build the inner liner. And I'm going to go ahead and fix this there's a little moment here, and we'll fix it before the next video.